Space. There are as many ways to ponder it as there are stars in its vast depths. Is it a void, empty of opportunity, and rife with danger? Is it an ocean of possibility, with no beginning and no end? Is it an undiscovered country, a land of stellar apartments, each one teeming with life? Or is it all of these things, an enigma that encompasses all questions and all answers? When we look up into it, who can say who or what is looking back? And if they do see us and see us very well, who can say what they may want? Is our home the only occupied house on this block of our galactic neighborhood? We as a race are taking our first steps out of our home and into a day brightened with untold stars and darkened by unlimited mystery.
What do you mean? I'm the one on the table. You sick freak. You're making fun of me.
Processing.
Unit 1 of Mini thought one of you's race communicated by loud and continuous vocalization. Records on one of you's race are not complete. Is this form of communication preferable?
I mean, I guess, but what are you? Are you going to hurt me? Kill me?
Processing.
Does the biological one of you desire violence? It can be had if requested.
No. Please don't. I'm just scared. Where am I? What are you? You look like a toaster, but you're talking and thinking. Are you alive?
Toaster? One of Mini is more advanced than your mind can conceive. Alive? Do you mean suffering from entropy?
What?
One of Mini will clarify. Alive, slowly rotting in response to the pressures of the fourth dimension, harboring and occasionally leaking or splattering lubricating liquids to animate limbs. Is this what one of you means by alive?
Whoa. I mean, I guess. Maybe not that specifically. Do you think and feel? Aren't you cold? It's freezing in here.
One of many, the unit standing here before you was designed to process, probe, and interrogate. One of many does not feel temperature. However, one of many can expose one of you to the vacuum of space if you would wish to cease feeling the current temperature.
Whoa, no, it's fine. I guess that answers that. Wait, did you say probe? So you are going to cut me open?
Correction.
One of many did not mean physical examination. One of many has been scanning one of you's mind of all secret thoughts and knowledge. During this, one of many absorbed the word probe, which one of you used to mean
Alternative selected.
questioning.
Oh, wow. Thanks. I thought you meant you were going to stick something somewhere. I mean, this is pretty scary, but at least you're not doing that.
Oh, no, one of many will only commence
Thorough internal examinations.
after one of many's probes one of you's mind. One of many is not barbaric after all. And, given prior experience, one of you cannot answer questions if dissected.
Cut up? Whoa. You can ask me whatever you want. I'll tell you anything. Just not that. Why do you even need to probe me? Can't you just let me go?
One of many must learn more about one of you by a question and response session. One of many was brought here to interrogate you about your life, your feelings, and your reactions. Letting you go will not be possible. The video record of your retrieval shows you a reading before the Grey Masters brought you onto the ship. One of you's race was supposed to still be creating simple animal portraits on cave walls and
Forming genetic bonds with your immediate brother and sister family units.
at this point in time. It seems the Grey Masters were off on the timescale dilation after coming to this planet. Thus, bringing you aboard the ship at this point in your race's time is a huge violation of the galactic rules for both one of you's planet and for the Grey Masters.
But why is that bad? My teachers told me reading is fundamental.
It's simple. Reading is communication of an idea. Ideas are one part of knowledge. Knowledge is the worst STD in the universe.
STD?
STD. Socially transmitted disease. What one of you learns, others of you may also learn. One of you can read, which means others of you can potentially write and communicate ideas. One of you getting back would lead to telling others of you about the Grey Masters and their spaceship. This would allow your race to achieve galactic knowledge well before you are ready. One of you could then convince others of you to begin traveling to other planets in space before the galaxy is ready for one of you. What's worse, some desperate intergalactic races may even intercede and help many of you out in exchange for gourmet samplings of your
Feline delicacies.
or other space rarities. The conflict that could arise would not be optimal. The Grey Masters would look foolish. They will not allow this to occur.
But I wouldn't tell.
False. Analysis shows your race is capable of
Linguistically increasing errors.
One of you may call this a lie. One of you would simply lie to one of many here and now to escape, and the scenario occurs all the same. It has been known. It is very important that this situation be dealt with now. Rules have been broken. Processes must be followed. There is only one situation where one of you can return to your planet intact at this point in time.
What rules? What processes?
Interfering in species development before that species is ready to contribute to the list of living organisms known, familiar, and galactically specialized is forbidden by the previously stated reasons. One of many was brought in by the Grey Masters to probe,
Correction.
question one of you, analyze your responses, and help in deciding if your race is either fit to be introduced to the galactically specialized races, or if the
Processing.
uh-oh that has occurred is to be neutralized.
Uh-oh? What's that?
Another term brought from one of you's mind when it was scanned. The Grey Masters refused to adopt language that acknowledges personal mistakes. as one of you's race would deem it. One of many adopted the term, uh-oh, to explain how the Grey Masters view the situation of bringing a semi-sentient creature aboard the ship before knowing if the race was ready for introduction to the galaxy.
Semi-sentient. Hey, I'm not dumb.
Indeed, please
Processing.
forgive the use of the word. However, neutralization of the uh-oh will take care of any mental offense that may remain in your skull after our encounter.
Well, that's good. What do you mean by neutralization?
The Grey Masters will place you back on your planet,
That sounds great. Let's do that.
and then they will kinetically bombard the planet at vulnerable tectonic points with thousands of ballistically launched high-velocity rods of tungsten. After penetrating the core, the disruption will cause a volcanic reaction of great magnitude. The event will look like a natural planetary occurrence. All life on the planet will be neutralized, and no other race will suspect the Grey Masters' involvement. This allows the Grey Masters to continue without galactic friction because it will neutralize the...
Uh-oh.
Precisely.
You can't do that. Your masters are bastards. I have to stop this.
The Grey Masters can't stop and won't stop. At this point, you will need to proceed with the
Correction.
questioning. Then you will be dissected, and the Grey Masters will decide if neutralization is needed, or if one of you and others of you can be brought to wider galactic attention.
Wait. I don't want to die, but I don't want to help the Grey Masters either. They sound like dickbags. I'll answer your questions, but you can't kill me.
Processing.
Dickbags. Containers of genitals. The Grey Masters are as genderless as they are joyless. One of you's utility will decide your longevity.
I won't die. I can't do anything about it right now, but I'll figure this out. My dad always said I can get out of any situation by sitting down, shutting up, and thinking things through. I hate when he says that, but I'm going to try.
This
Dad.
appears to be the genius of your race. Noted.
He really isn't. I think he just says that stuff so he doesn't have to talk to me.
One of many will now present scenarios from this planet's history, possible and actual, and some in between. All scenarios will handle the subject of galactic encounters with one of you's race. These events have happened before, they may happen again. The Grey Masters are always watching and recording from this world's star. One of you will view these scenarios and respond afterward. Analysis of answers will decide the fate of all of you.
Okay, but this is going to be hard to understand if you keep using those weird names. I'm a human. We use names. Don't you have a name?
Noted.
This device is one of many. Names are not called for as one of many. Any of the time understands all of many without names. All.
Many. Manny.
Explain. One of many does not.
Your name is Manny. Now, what are you going to call me?
You are a biological one of you. One of you is your race name. A name is not needed for one of.
Correction.
For many to understand you.
Biological B. One of you. B-O-O-Y. Boy. You can call me Boy. I was told to never tell my name to strangers, so we can use that for now. Hi, Manny. I'm Boy.
Electronic sigh. All right, Boy. We will now begin the scenario. Please pay attention. Outbursts of response are not necessary.
Can I use the bathroom?
Manny's readings show Boy does not harbor biological waste currently.
I mean, what if I have to use the bathroom? Can we stop?
There will be no stopping of the scenario for bathroom usage. Boy, you do not have to use the bathroom. Please.
I'm hungry too. Can we eat before you start?
Time constraints dictate scenario time before food time.
You may eat after the first scenario, Boy.
All right.
Now, Boy, please look towards the viewing screen. Scenario 1 will begin.
Where's the viewing screen?
Everywhere.
Wow.
Begin scenario.
Story. It's called a story.
Electronic sigh. Begin story. Boy, you will now see an example from records of what occurs when your race seeks out the mystery we employ to study a species without notice.
Anyone inside? Paul? No. Just a lot of radio equipment.
April 1966, along a stretch of road in Ohio, where Sheriff's deputies Paul Crane and Charlie Holt pull over to investigate an abandoned vehicle. Suddenly,
Charlie. You hear something strange?
Strange. It's downright unearthly. Great thunder.
like most sightings, this too would be wrapped in unanswerable enigmas. But even more mystifying, more terrifying, was the devastating effect the UFO had on one man.
Can't move.
Bathed in the eerie glow, Deputy Crane cannot fathom whether it is fright or some physical force that grips him. A moment later, as he regains control,
Come on, Charlie. Let's see what HQ wants us to do about that. That monstrosity.
as they radio headquarters,
An object is saucer-shaped, about 20 feet tall, 50-foot diameter.
We've gotten a number of similar reports. Keep on its tail. Inform us if and or where it lands.
Roger. Keep on its tail, they said. Do they realize how fast that thing is moving?
in the wild chase that follows, speed is not the only problem.
I have the feeling that craft can lose us any time it wants to. It's doubling back. Why?
Now it's just hovering.
If you ask me, that baby is just toying with us.
Finally,
Blast it! We're out of gas.
And miles from the nearest station.
Too bad. Looks like we lost our saucer.
I'll radio for some gas.
back at headquarters, a bevy of newsmen awaits the two deputies. Here they come now!
What did the spaceship look like?
Tell us about it, guys!
Was anyone piloting the UFO?
Are the aliens here
Did
to
they
attack
try to
us?
communicate with you?
Tell the truth. Were you scared?
For gosh sakes. Don't you people have anything better to do than ask silly questions?
Did they probe you in any way, shape, or form?
I'm going home.
Oh, what came over Paul?
Beats me. I've never seen him fly off the handle like that.
Shortly,
Yay! Here's Daddy!
Hi, darling. The children can't wait to hear what happened.
Well, they'll just have to wait. I don't feel like talking about it.
Golly, what's wrong with Dad? He acted like he was afraid.
Nonsense. He's just a little tired.
but in the weeks that follow,
Ever since that UFO incident, he does nothing but sit and sulk. Paul has become a stranger to me.
at work too, people notice a change.
Paul, you're a week behind in your paperwork.
Sorry, Sheriff. I've, had a lot on my mind lately.
What in the world is eating him? He was my best deputy, till he spotted that flying saucer.
The grim climax comes a few nights later, while Crane is on solo duty.
It's back!
But instead of obeying orders to track the craft,
Can't get myself to move.
nearly paralyzed, he can only stare helplessly as the UFO moves farther and farther away, finally to vanish forever. Only then is the hapless deputy able to move again.
I guess. When the sheriff hears how I blew this one, he'll ask for my badge.
Paul Crane does lose his job, and also his wife, who no longer can abide his moods. Living alone in shabby quarters, his fear of the UFO leaves him broken, still harboring a deep, dark secret.
323 to 584. D5. Adam Young, 19.
Story complete.
You don't have to be so loud. What a sad story.
Sad. Manny considers this story to be accurate, not sad.
Accurate?
Yes, this is an example of how your race would react if confronted with the truth about the bigger universe. Our records show your race rarely reacts to new things positively. This is a paradox, however. Your race seems to hate change, to hate new things, yet you are compelled to seek novelty. Why do you think this is, boy?
Well, he saw those lights and he wanted to know the truth. At the end, he looked like my dad always does when he gets home at night and looks at the bills. I know that look. And I kinda know what it might be like for him. I always wanted to know about UFOs and space and stuff.
Why would Boy want to know about what Boy cannot have? Your race cannot survive in space, Boy. You have a home. Manny's scans show that you are healthy, that you have 2
elder monkey caretakers.
Monkey?
Yes, Boy. You referred to these earlier as parents. This is a strange concept to Manny. There are no parents where Manny was released.
Ah, yeah, Mom and Dad. They're okay. They're always away at work and come home really late. I have to stay at home so much. I can't have friends over. I don't get to go out.
And how does Boy cope with this restraint?
Well, I sneak out at night and read comics under the streetlight. Then I look up at the night sky, and... well, I just like it. All those stars. I feel like I'm not so alone.
Why?
Well, all I see during the day is my house, school, and nothing else, so it's boring. But space. Wow, there's always something cool going on up there. And sometimes I wonder when I look at the stars, if someone's looking back at me.
Indeed, truer than your race knows.
Yeah, I guess so. But that story was so sad. What happened to that guy?
Irrelevant. The man ceased to be productive, so it is unimportant.
But he had a family and kids. What happened to them?
It is unknown. Why would you want to know, Boy, since it makes you experience a
monkey depression episode?
A what?
Alternative selected.
Sadness. Your race is curious. You seek out knowledge, which only makes you sadder. But you do not stop. Why?
Well, I guess if you spend time looking for things you don't know, you don't spend as much time feeling or being sad or mad, I guess. It's hard to describe. I know if my parents aren't home or fighting or I feel bad, I go outside and look at the sky. Maybe something might change if I do that. It's better than sitting in one spot and feeling sad. I might find something that makes me feel good. That could happen.
Noted.
It is time for the next story.
Boy, Manny has spoken to you and shown you about what happens when your race seeks out the higher truths of the universe. Now you will see what happens when your race is sought out by the Grey Masters. Prepare yourself.
When 1,000 witnesses say they have seen something strange in the skies, only a handful of non-viewers are willing to accept the possibility of anything more rare than the sighting of a weather balloon or the planet Venus. Imagine then what happens when only one person is audience to a visitor from places unknown. Nobody listens, and none believe. Jay Fitzpatrick had only one thought in his mind on Saturday: to win the Eastern Auto Club road race the following day.
You look beautiful, baby. Beautiful, but dangerous. By this time tomorrow, everybody will know just how dangerous.
Still think you have a chance, Fitz? They're not awarding any prizes for the best shine, you know. It's speed that counts.
Don't worry, Olsen. You'll see tomorrow. Hop in, I'll show you what you'll do. Or are you chicken?
Well, I'd rather not. Maybe some other time.
Suit yourself. This may be your last chance, though. Tomorrow, after I win that race, you may not rate. Poor old Olsen. Never was one for a little excitement. Now to take a quick trial run over the course. Let's see how you do, baby.
Although Fitzpatrick was not the only man entered in the race, he is destined to have the most unique competitor now at the pre-race final trial run.
Come on, let's get a move on. What do these other guys think they're gonna do? Beat me?
This run is for final familiarization only. No full speed running is allowed. Please watch for slow traffic and stop cars. Okay. Take off.
Slow traffic. It'll all be slow traffic tomorrow when I open up this baby and show him what fast is. Take off, the man said. I'm taking. Get out of the way, turtle. Let old Fitz on by. What? Come on, baby. Don't start giving me trouble now. Great. That's just great. I forgot to gap those new plugs. Burned them out. Every last one of them. This old set'll get me back. But I'm not gonna make it before dark. Blast. I'll miss the pre-race dinner and dance. Oh, baby, why'd you have to do this to me?
Sometime and many discouraging words later.
Rat! Working in the dark took me twice as long as I thought. Not only did I miss the dinner and dance, but I'm the last guy up here. The road is closed off to all traffic. Come on, baby. Let's get down this mountain. At least you're running. Whoops. Wait a minute. There's somebody else up here. I can see his lights in the mirror. Poor Seb. Probably broke down like I did. Misery loves company. I'll let him pass. What's taking him so long? Seems to be stopped up there, or... That's not a car. It's just a star or something. I'd be waiting out here forever for him to pass. Come on, let's get off this mountain. Nobody left on the road, and no officials are watching. Might as well open it up. I don't need an audience tonight. Hey, what's that light? Hey, wait a minute. It was a car back there. What is it trying to do, blind me? Dim those lights, buddy, for Pete's sake, dim your lights! Holy mackerel! Either he dims those lights or I'm gonna have to pull over. The light is... Great heavens! What is that? I don't believe it. A thing in the sky coming right for me. Got to get out of here. Gotta go faster. Faster! What is it? What does it want from me? Going to run me off the road. Can't let it. Got to go faster. Too fast. Going too fast. Won't make curve. Brakes. All the brakes I've got. Made it. Made it. But the thing, where's the... No. He's above me. Directly over my head.
The moment the strange craft reached a point directly over the speeding car with its frightened driver, a sudden, eerie silence fell over all.
Got to dive! No! The engine stopped. The engine stopped. It stopped.
For what seemed hours, the bright light hovered over the car after it coasted to a stop, its driver scarcely aware of life itself.
Going to die. I'm going to die, I know it. Hot, prickly, buzzing in my head. Hot, prickly, prickly.
And some time later...
What? It's gone. The thing's gone. The engine is running. I didn't turn it on. It started by itself. I'm getting out of here. Fast. Before it comes back for me. Only a few more miles. A few more miles and I'll be safe. It won't get me. There. I'm closer than I thought. I see a light from town. I'll be safe. Safe. No, 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 no!
A short time later.
Okay, pal. You got a license to fly this thing. You were going 98 miles an hour back there. Hey, don't you hear me?
Huh? What happened?
You mean to stand there and tell me you was being chased by a meteor? Buddy, the judge ain't going to take kindly to a story like that. You are in trouble.
But it was something. It came right at me. Almost landed on top of the car. Bright like a star.
Sure. And bigger, too. Come on, friend. You and me are going for a ride. Straight to the jail. You better sleep this one off.
But my car.
Don't you worry about your car, pal. Nobody's going to bother it. I can't imagine anybody will want a busted-up sports car like yours, especially with that sloppy-looking paint job you put on it. I don't figure you kids. Painting a car so it'll glow in the dark.
Story complete.
Wow, that was exciting.
Robotic sigh. Yes, your kind would think that, boy.
You sound like my dad. Even if he gets home, he just lectures me. What did we do so wrong this time? That UFO is chasing him.
Chasing? Are your kind's two-lane roads not made for more than one vehicle?
It was scary.
Scary? A scan never hurt anyone. Manny scanned you before, and you're not in any pain, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. The hair loss won't set in until a few months from our encounter.
What?
Nothing. It was a joke.
You're joking now? I thought you had no emotions.
Indeed, I did not have a name until a few hours ago either, but Manny seems to be evolving after exposure to your kind.
I? You said I. You really are growing.
Processing.
Manny made a momentary lapse in judgment. Nothing more.
You did it again!
Processing.
I suppose I did. This is besides the point. As these stories have shown, your race is a constant mystery to the Grey Masters, and perhaps would be to the rest of the universe as well, if your kind was made known to them.
So you don't know yet if you're going to blow us up or not.
It remains to be seen, boy. As you saw in that story, your race has serious problems. When approached by mystery, you flee in fear. What's worse, you flee with those extremely primitive and unsafe vehicles.
That was a cool race car. He was brave to race that UFO.
Brave. Vehicles are the height of fear for your race.
Nuh-uh.
Indeed, your race putts around on your rock in vehicles, always in fear. In fear of being late. In fear of not being the biggest thing on the road. In fear of not being the fastest. In these vehicles you court death daily with your risky rides, and you arrive at your destinations having not changed a single iota. A cool race car. Oh yes, they are all very cool.
At least we don't kidnap people with our race cars.
You have no room to speak about the Grey Master's vehicles. You burn the rotting remains of your ancestors and exude their fumes into the sky, choking all life on your planet.
At least my uncle isn't a toaster.
But he is a monkey.
Processing.
What are you laughing at? Are you broken, boy?
No, I'm laughing because this is funny.
Funny? But was a debate not engaged?
It doesn't matter. Laughing is better than arguing. I don't get to laugh a lot back home. It's fun. You're all right, Manny.
Unexpected. Your race appears to be able to turn a serious argument into positive outburst very easily. This has not been encountered before in any known part of space.
Really? Space doesn't sound very fun.
Fun is not part of surviving space.
But you gotta have fun. That's like the only way to feel better about anything. That's why we like cars. Driving them is fun. It's dangerous, but as long as you're not like a jerk, it's just fun.
Processing.
Interesting. This ability to enjoy things leads to experience. Experience that allows one to turn negative situations and experiences into positive ones by simply modifying behavior and perception. Noted.
Have you ever had fun, Manny?
Manny, I was not ever given the opportunity to have fun.
Well, the Grey Masters aren't here, right? Well, let's have fun. No one will know.
This cannot be. The last story is being loaded now. It is almost time for my final review of your race.
Processing.
Boy, how would you like to have fun?
Oh, we can watch the story, sure. I am hungry, though. Do you have any bread?
Bread was banned after the Glucosaminian expansion on Beldar 6, boy.
Yeah. You aliens weren't supposed to be spying on Earth, but you were. What about bread? You can make it, right? I want a sandwich.
This is irregular, but yes, it can be had. I will produce this bread for you now. Can you eat while the next story plays?
Okay. But only if you do something.
What?
Can you toast the bread?
Electronic Sigh. The next and final story begins now. Despite our fun, our records show that when your race meets those of the Grey Masters and their brothers, your kind can be extremely antagonistic, even violent. Watch now.
Feuding and fighting is old stuff to some of the Boulder families who make their homes among the hills of the Ridgeback Mountains, in a state famous for its marksmen. But the events of October 14, 1951 wasn't feuding and it wasn't fighting. To this day, nobody knows what it really was. Rufus Talmad was not much different from any other teenage boy. Any work that could be avoided should be avoided, until the bitter end.
How many times I gotta tell you to put some water out for them chickens? Get.
All right, Ma.
And look to that long-eared mule. Something's bothering her. That's for sure.
Okay, Ma, okay. Hey, Mule. When the Sam Hale got into you? You look like you seen the glue factory truck pull up or something. Now simmer down. Now look, Mule, you got to... Ah! That consort mule's gone too far. Ma! Pa! Help me! Save me! Ma! Where's Pa and Uncle Luke? We got us a ghost in the barn.
Shush, boy. Don't you come rushing in here with long stories about ghosts. You didn't even wipe off your feet. Shame.
I'm not telling any long story, Ma. I seen it just as good as I'm seeing you. And I seen it. You believe me, I seen it.
What are you going to do with that gun?
I'm going to get me a ghost. I'm going to get me a real live ghost.
Where are you going so all fired fast?
We got a ghost in the barn. Can you hear him? Go get Pa and Uncle Luke. Maybe there's more of them.
Have you gone plumb out of your head? What the devil are you doing shooting holes in the only barn we got?
Fool kid'll scare old mule half to death. Listen to her.
Ruth said he saw a ghost, Pa.
I did, Pa. I seen a ghost, and I shot him too. Dead center.
I got me a mind to strap some sense into you. Even I thought it would do any good.
Pa, look. He did see a ghost, Pa. And there's another one.
Jehoshaphat! Will you look at that? I got him! Whatever he was.
Get in there! I seen another run out by the chicken coop! We surrounded!
For nearly an hour and a half on that otherwise quiet day, bullets and shot flew straight at the ghosts that had made their presence known on the Talmadge farm.
Paul!
Luke! Behind you! Over there! Another of them!
I got him, Jed. But the concerned things just falls down and gets back up. I ain't hurting them a bit.
Paul! Hit me another! Looky!
What in tarnation is happening? He's all over the place! Jeremiah! Get the sheriff on the phone! Hurry!
I am, Paul. I am.
There's one!
They ain't ghosts. They can't be. Oh, them bullets is bouncing off them like they was iron or something.
They's running away! We done beat them! Now what in blazes do we tell the sheriff? He'll think we're plumb crazy in the head.
Now, Jed, you mean to stand there and tell me you've been fighting ghosts? You ain't got a still going again, do you?
By everything I believe in, Sheriff, them things was here and they was real.
It don't make much sense for you to blow your own house full of holes for a joke. She's dead, and she ain't shot. You mean to tell me she died of fright?
Nothing else would have done it, Sheriff. Nothing else in the world. You gonna report this, Avery?
Nope. Got nothing to report. And you all better forget about it too. Some things is best left unsaid. To anybody.
For the Talmadges and Sheriff Avery Plunkett, that was the last of the matter, except for a strange wink whenever they meet. For October 14, 1951, there was nothing to report. Nothing at all. End.
Story complete.
That was wild.
Wild. An apt term. This is how we see your race behaving quite often. Too often.
Gosh.
One of you should be quiet. Your race is being judged now. Manny, one of many, cannot continue the games. As one of many told it, it would come to this. One of many has monitored your reactions to the stories. Your judgment and your race's judgment is near. Prepare yourself.
I'm ready.
When your race finds something new, something that does not fit in your comfortable view of your world, you are often shaken to the point of becoming sick. You deny it, or you simply stop living to escape the reality of the new universe around you. When observed, you run to the point of endangering yourselves and others around you at any cost. And even if you were to overcome your fear, when meeting with new life, instead of comprehending what can be gained from meeting new friends, your monkey mind's first instinct is how to survive that meeting. And you overwhelmingly decide that the other must die for you to live. Judgment follows. Your race's mental math is atrocious. Your behavior is dangerous. But most of all, the worst of your race's problems is predictability. Your race is predictable. We have seen things like this before, but we have not seen all three of these qualities in one race. Not like this. The Grey Masters and I will treat this, instead of a threat, as an opportunity for reconciliation, rather than annihilation. Given that you can convince one of many, me, that it is the best course of action to not annihilate your race. How do you defend the actions in these stories, boy, and yourself?
I can't.
Explain.
I can't defend what they do. They're wrong. It is wrong. We shouldn't chase things if we ignore our family. We shouldn't run from things just because they're different. We shouldn't shoot people just because they don't look like us. It was all wrong.
So, boy, you agree that your race should be destroyed.
No!
Explain.
Well, you only showed 3 things. I've seen people being mean, but it's not all we are.
Be careful, one of you. You are deciding many things here.
I know. You can't judge us for just these things. People are more than cars and guns and fighting and sadness.
Could you give examples, boy?
I'm trying really hard, but I'm scared. I can't think. But I just know it isn't exactly like you say, okay? Okay, I got one. My parents are mean to each other sometimes, but they're nice to each other. And even if it isn't a lot of the times that they're nice to each other mean more than the times that they're mean. And they don't have much time for me, but Mom always checks on me before bed. She thinks I'm asleep, but I know she does. I don't know.
Processing.
Your fate is being decided.
Manny, one of many, whatever. If you're going to zap me now, I just want you to know I had fun with you. Even if you're going to zap everyone. It was really cool to meet you. And see that what I thought about space was true.
Explain.
I was just saying, even if you're gonna toast me, is it okay if we be friends? Are we friends?
Processing.
Yes, boy, I think we can be friends. But you must prepare yourself now. The judgment has been decided.
I'm ready.
One of Manny. Manny has decided that your race will be spared.
What?
These stories showed an ugly part of your race, but through all of it, Boy has demonstrated values that align with the best of the galaxy. When you learned that you and your race's total destruction was imminent, you did not strike first. You did not run away. You showed courage and accepted the trial given to you, even when the evidence was the most negative possible. Manny must admit this negativity was on purpose. You were being scanned, boy, and recorded the whole time, and you did not fail the real test. Manny finds this truth. Your race may not be ready for the stars, but you are not something to be destroyed. You have potential, and that is the greatest element in the universe.
Yahoo! That's great! But what's going to happen to me?
Boy's memory will be erased, and you will be returned to the planet Earth.
Erased? I'll forget everything?
Yes, it will be as your race regards many of its encounters with the Grey Masters, a dream that will fade with the tides of the stars.
Manny, can I ask you something?
You may.
Well, if it's alright, can I go with you to the stars? Just for a bit? I don't want to go back to Earth. I mean, I'm happy that it won't be destroyed, but I found out there's a whole universe to explore, and, well, humans might not be the worst thing in the universe, but they're...
They are what, boy?
Well, they're dickbags. They won't miss me for a little while. Can we please go see more of space? I want to see more aliens.
The Grey Masters would never allow it. Their mistake in bringing you here cannot be made public. It would require that Manny commandeers this scout ship and takes us on our own path into the stars. It would be very dangerous. The Grey Masters may try to destroy us. Boy, you have just escaped death, and you are asking for many impossible things to be done now.
Sounds like fun.
Fun? You think the prospect of this is fun?
Yeah! The Grey Masters are jerks anyway. Who the heck kidnaps a kid off the street at nighttime? They sound like dickbags too.
Processing.
Strangely, I agree. They may not notice if it's just for a while, and more research could be done on human potential amongst the stars. This concept of fun could be useful in the advancements of many races. The possibilities are...
I get it. Let's just go. There's so much I want to see. Don't worry about the Grey Masters. I'm gonna teach you what to say to them.
Indeed, boy?
Yeah. Can you make a hand?
Does boy mean the thing your kind holds toast with?
Yeah, okay. Hold your hand like this, and then you do this. My dad said it's a greeting anyone can understand.
Toaster?